it's a very important part of, my identity, and in a way, I think defines part of who I am. My name is Robert. I am age 21. I was diagnosed when I was about 2 or 3 years old, and I have autism. I can't remember the actual diagnosis, of course. I can remember getting a limited amount of support at school with things like extra time in exams and so on. But up until I was about sort of 9 or 10, I didn't really understand why this was. And, I sort of kept feeling that I was different, but did not really understand why. And there are some things that I find quite difficult that other people seem to not have a problem with. It's what you'd expect, really. Things like small talk, getting subtle nuances in what people are saying, theory of mind, working out how other people are feeling. I think what's really been valuable is getting, the experience, learning about the lived experiences of other autistic people. I think that is, that's been really key to, how I've been feeling at the moment. I think it took me a while to understand the significance of it and, to actually, fully appreciate the context and, it's the diagnosis, its applicability to my, everyday life and, education, educational achievements and issues. Recently, I've been doing a lot of the peer-to-peer Ambitious About Autism sessions, Autism Explained, and so on. And I think what's really been helpful is finding out about other autistic people's experiences in those sessions of mental health problems and the circumstances surrounding their diagnosis and, any issues that they may face in their personal life, connected to their autism. And I think that's really enabled me to understand my own issues a lot better and provide some context to how I felt in the past and how I'm feeling now. The advice that I would give to someone who was like me, diagnosed when they were younger, and wants to understand more is research autism. Research the particular aspects that you have difficulty with, or the particular issues and symptoms that are most prominent in your particular case, and also most importantly, try and talk to other autistic people, try and share your experiences, see if, other people have had the same thing. And, I found it quite eye-opening, looking through, my diagnosis records and then looking at, the core symptoms of autism and how I am now. In an employment context, I've always been very open. I've always thought that, if these things are, my autism diagnosis and so on, if I'm actually open about that initially, then that will save, a lot of hassle down the line, when people may struggle to understand, perhaps why I'm doing things in a certain way or whatever. But I always think that, it's best off being honest about these things to get any support that you might need. it has advantages and disadvantages. I think it's very helpful to cultivate a strong identity of being autistic, and saying that it's okay to be different, and how you can be supported in everyday life, in education, in the workplace. I think that's really key. So I think it's really important that people are open about that, and don't shy away from bringing it up. It's a way of making sense of my relationship with the world around me, and knowing that I'm not alone in feeling that way, I think is very helpful to me.